Hello everyone, welcome back. Please comment, rate, subscribe, folks. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. I want to thank everyone that does like, watch, and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Listen folks, there's a link tree down below. Has the links to all of my social media platforms. Please get down there, follow me across all my social media platforms, or talk to me because I'll talk back. Also down there as well as the links to all of my YouTube pages. Please go down there, subscribe to all my YouTube pages, and turn on your notifications so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. Listen folks, Friday. Today at 7 p.m. Eastern, Friday today at 7 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be doing a live radio show. We'll be talking about the New York Jets loss. We'll be talking about the New York Jets defense. We'll be talking about the New York Jets roster. Call in. I love going back and forth with folks about this football team. So with that said and done, and put to the side, I have come to talk to you folks today about the New York Jets getting completely destroyed by the Indianapolis Colts, getting beat 30-45. That score makes the game sound a lot closer than it actually was. The Colts literally took their foot off the gas by like the third quarter. They were just kind of draining the clock out, letting things go, and trying to get up out of there. This Jets defense was horrific last night. It was horrific. Sulla and Albert should be embarrassed by their lack of preparation for what the Colts were bringing to the table. This New York Jets defense gave up 532 total yards to the Colts offense. 532. Nobody could cover. Nobody could tackle. Nobody in the defense gave a crap about anything that was going on down there. They couldn't stop anybody. I could have had probably 100 yards on the ground rushing, probably 3 TDs. You watching? Yeah, you could have easily have had 150 yards and 2 touchdowns rushing your damn self. It was insane, some of the things that we were seeing out there. They gave up 260 total yards rushing to the Colts. The Colts had over 200 yards by the third quarter. Some of the highest that we've seen in the league. It was insane. It was like they could not stop anybody, especially if you were a Colts running back, especially if your name was Jonathan Taylor. Now, we identified this guy before the game, right? I had a live radio show. We all said, hey, Jonathan Taylor's a guy we got to watch. He can come out the backfield, catch the football. They're going to try to run at us. And they did just that. This guy, Jonathan Taylor, was running through holes. His offensive line was completely blowing our defensive line off the ball, off the line, all night long, okay? He was running through holes big enough to drive a bus through. It was insane. It was insane. It was completely insane. He had 172 yards on 9 carries and 2 TDs. He also was coming out the backfield catching balls as well. He had 2 catches for 28 yards. Nobody on defense could stop him. Nothing. There was just nothing we can do with him. He was ripping off runs all night. From 10 yards, 12 yards, he had a 30-yard run. He had a 78-yard run in the third quarter that pushed the score to 42-10. It was insane. This guy was doing anything he wanted to do out there and nothing. Just the defense had no answer. There was no adjustments, nothing. Just, hey, let him have a day. And if it wasn't him, then it was Nyheim Hines. Nyheim Hines had himself a day as well. He had a big 34-yard run. And these runs weren't just like cupcake runs. They were physical. They were completely destroying us up front. Nyheim Hines had 6 carries, 74 yards. He had a touchdown as well. We couldn't cover him coming out the backfield either. And if it wasn't Nyheim Hines or Jonathan Taylor, then it was guys running wide open in our secondary. Wide open. You had Pittman, 5 catches, 64 yards. He had a touchdown. Although he had a catch, the touchdown catch, I didn't think was a touchdown catch, but we've seen this before, right? They review it, they give it to him. But he was running around wide open. The Colts had a rookie tight end that ran around wide open in our secondary as well. What the heck is going on out here? Coverage just fell off of a cliff. There was just nothing. No adjustments after the half, nothing. They just was going off. It was insane. Pascal had 58 yards. Carson Wentz at times had like 40 years to throw the football. It was insane. There was no pass rush. We had 1 sack on the day, and we didn't get that until the second half. Where's Quincy Williams? Where's the blitz? Where's all these guys that Shaq lost and these guys that we were supposed to be able to put pressure on him? Where's Sheldon Rankins? Where's the pressure on Carson Wentz? It never showed up. Carson Wentz was back there comfortable. And we talked about this, that we needed to get pressure on him because that would turn into turnovers. Carson Wentz was 22 of 30 on the day, 272 yards. He had 3 TDs, and again, he was only sacked once on the day. This defense was atrocious. Atrocious. All game long. Terrible. Terrible. They should be completely embarrassed. You also got Marcus May going down on an Achilles injury as well. At this point, as I'm recording this video, the only thing that's out about the Achilles injury is that it's not looking good. So we'll see what happens going forward. I'm pretty sure he'll go in for an MRI and they'll figure things out. But man, that's another hit to the defense. I'm hoping Marcus May's okay, but we'll see what happens going forward. Again, nothing's been reported except it's an Achilles injury. We'll see what happens. With all the crap that was going on with the defense, the offense in this game actually looks solid. Hats off yet again to Mike LaFleur. Been on this guy's case all season. Let me tell you something. This play calling that we're seeing from LaFleur up in that booth, he better not ever leave that booth. He better not ever leave that booth. You better lock him in there. I don't know what else. You could put a chair under the doorknob so that he can't get out. Lock him in that booth. This dude is phenomenal. His play calling was so creative last night. His play calling was so innovative, and it was unpredictable yet again. And not only that, but he was able to make adjustments as well when Mike White went down to continue to push forward with Josh Johnson. Listen, Mike White, when he was playing, this guy he makes the offense look smooth. He makes everything look easy. When he was playing, he was 7-11. He had 95 yards and he had a touchdown. He went down with a forearm injury. You know, he got hit. He doesn't exactly know when it happened, but he got hit, took a forearm injury. And a lot of people were saying that, you know, well, Mike White is just taking the things that are there. He's just taking short throws. Not true. This guy had pressure in his face, especially on the drive where he threw the touchdown. He was getting hit. He had pressure in his face. He was evading guys, moving around, being smart with the football, decisive, getting the ball out of his hands quickly. And even when he took hits, he would stand tall in the pocket, take the hit, and complete the football. Complete the throw. He was phenomenal. And I'm sorry, if Mike White is healthy, because, you know, everyone's hoping that he's going to be healthy for the next game. They're saying, you know, his status is a little up in the air right now, but they're saying they think he might be healthy for the next game. You start him, dude. He makes things look too darn easy for this offense. He makes it look too easy. He knows where he needs to go. He understands how to dial things up. He just gets this system. You see it. I'm sorry. You see it. But he went down with that forearm. Josh Johnson came in, and Josh Johnson even looked good. You know, they had to figure some things out. He got himself settled down into the game. He was 24 of 41 on the day, 317 yards throwing. He had 3 TDs, and he had an interception at the end that was tipped up and picked off. Even Elijah Moore looked phenomenal. 7 catches, 84 yards, 2 TDs. He had a solid breakout game. Cole looked good as well. 5 catches, 66 yards. Man, let me tell you something. Carter looked good too. Carter was running the ball well. But this Jets defense was horrific. And the way that they played, it was just we couldn't catch up. We couldn't get things going together. And again, by the third quarter, the Colts were just like, we'll just drain the clock out. This offense looked solid, though, and some of the young players popped. So that was a positive thing about the game. But, man, I'm hoping that Mike White's all right because, again, this guy looks like the real deal. So comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. What are your thoughts about the Jets' defense? What are your thoughts about Mike White? How do you feel about the injury to Marcus May, man? Let me know what you folks think. Comment down below. Let's go back and forth. You folks have a good one. Peace.